Hello everybody, welcome back or to my channel. It's Tenzin. I just slapped my knee for whatever reason, hence the loud noise. But thank you so much for being here. It is December 31st, 2023. So happy New Year's Eve and happy freaking New Year. 2024, I still can't really wrap my brain around that. It feels like there's still so much more time, or there should be more months to this year, but here we are. I mean, story of my life, story of just reality in that you always, wish and hope for more opportunities, more time, and just wanting to squeeze everything last minute, even though, time doesn't wait for anybody. It's definitely a bit bittersweet to already be here and entering the new year, just because I think 2023 was a year of a lot of personal transformation, realizations that I've made about myself in the context of friendships, relationships, and I think I overall did a lot of work or reevaluation, and also kind of was faced with a mirror to look within myself and find, opportunities to hold myself accountable when it comes to a lot of those aspects I just touched on. So it definitely made me better as a person. I think this year for sure did that. And like I said, just made me confront some hard truths, and that I think everyone as an individual needs to acknowledge at some point in order to, like I said, just keep on going on a path of self-discovery and growth and become wiser for it, and just being so that eventually you can come to the point where, which I of course am still working on, when you're 100% trusting in yourself and your journey, and don't end up in situations that have repeated from the past, as far as neglecting your own, all those that stem from neglecting your own inner voice and intuition. So that's just a long-winded way of saying that I feel that I also made a lot of positive changes this year. I think that there was a lot of things that were in the making before this year that came to life in 2023. So that also felt really rewarding to see goals and dreams and desires and changes that were long overdue just come into fruition this year and kind of blossom the way that they did and become a reality. So there's a lot to be proud of as well. I went on my first solo trip to Miami, and that's also in my vlog. If you go back several videos, feel free to check out that experience that I vlogged. And I went on a handful of trips to visit friends, and especially this past summer, there were so many memorable trips that I went on. And this year ahead will definitely be a more action-oriented year, and I am going to eliminate all the limiting thoughts and behaviors that prevent me from reaching my highest potential. So yeah, so that was a really long way to segue into the main reason why I wanted to record this video today, which is to share with you all some of my favorites of 2023 when it comes to beauty, skincare, body care, some regimens and wellness related things, and books, of course. First things first, let's go ahead and move into some skincare. And I don't actually have too much to share in this department, but I do want to start off by sharing the Rhode Glazing Milk. This I've been using a lot more lately under my makeup, but then also at night during my PM nighttime routine and in the morning sometimes. But truly just gives you the most dewy, glossy, hydrated layer of just goodness on your skin, and my skin and face feels so soft after I apply this, and it truly serves as a natural highlighter. If you don't have a highlighter for makeup, I just kind of pour a teensy bit and just dab it on my cheekbones on top of my blush, and it just again gives me the most natural clean girl type of glow if you're into that. And the second skincare slash body care item was actually a gift from my girl Sophie, and she got it for me as part of one of my birthday gifts. But it's the coconut cream, I think the brand is called Lather. It's a coconut cream body whip, a light and silky whipped body cream, and clearly I have enjoyed using this, but oh my gosh. And of course, just like the name, it smells like coconut. It's sweet but not overpowering, and it's just so refreshing. And what I love especially is the consistency. It's not sticky and really thick. But at the same time, it keeps your body so smooth and hydrated and moisturized. And as soon as I get out of the shower, I lather this on, and it just feels luxurious. Like I'm definitely in the headspace of finding little things out of life and basking in the joy and pleasures it gives me, and this just feels like one of those simple pleasures, putting on body lotion after your shower that just feels luxurious, you know? Okay, so now on to makeup. So this has been an obsession. My cousin actually introduced this to me, but it is the Shiseido eyelash curler. And before this, I would use eyelash curlers that I felt like didn't make a huge difference. And also, even if they did curl my eyelashes, it wouldn't be an intense curl, and the curl just wouldn't hold. It would be curly for a couple minutes, and then as soon as I start applying mascara, the curl falls down. Versus this, I feel like I just used it today too, but I use this every day whenever I wear makeup, and it just elevates the mascara, elevates my eyelashes. And going off of that, the mascara I've been using a lot in the past several months is the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. And I've never tried out this brand before, but it was one of the sample gifts at Sephora in the display box, and it truly, I feel like it's a great combo of lengthening and volumizing, and I just love the way my lashes feel lightweight, but also you can notice that there's something on my eyelashes with this mascara. So definitely been a fan of that. And then let's move on to this little gem. I have been obsessed. Ironically, I'm not wearing any freckles right now, but with every makeup look, as I'm about to head out the door, I've been obsessed with finishing off my look, touching it up with the Freck Noir, I'm not gonna say this right, Noir, Noir, the original freckle. And it's just such a cute little dainty step in the process of my makeup, and I feel like it gives a really natural look. So you might even think that when I wear this that I naturally have freckles, even though I don't. Let me just show you. I tend to put it on the bridge of my nose and then sometimes on my cheeks, but you just kind of dot them on and then dab them with your fingers, and you see, it's just, it looks so natural, and I've been obsessed with this product. So this has been such an essential for my daily makeup routine. Let's move on. Let's move on to lippies. So I have just been in my lip combo trying to find the perfect lip liners and lip stains to be able to master the pouty, plump lip. And so some of these products that I'm about to share definitely has helped me get there. But first things first, I have the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Shaper. So this is basically a plumping lip liner, which is so innovative. I didn't even know that existed. Excuse me. But I love this color too. It's hot and spicy. And this is the color. And I will say that it probably like seconds after applying it, you feel the spice and a little tingle. And it does, whenever I'm shaping my lips, it immediately makes them look thicker and plumper. And I swear by this, I want to get other colors. It also has such long staying power. I've eaten a meal like while having this on, and then the lip liner still stays on afterwards. Like it's still very much put. And so I'm very impressed by that. So I don't have to constantly reapply it. And this is a win in my eyes. But I also have been loving this lip liner. Wait, actually it's not a lip liner, it's a lip stain, which is a whole different related topic. I've been obsessed with lip stains this year. And throwback to in middle school or high school when this was everywhere, like all kinds of different lip stain colors, lip stain types from all the drugstores. Like it used to be so in, and now I've noticed, like being on the beauty side of TikTok sometimes, that they're kind of coming back. But I had to grab my hands on the Palladio lip stain, and this is like just the dark brown, I think it's espresso shade. But I love that this one is unique in that it literally looks like a marker. And you can see how rich that color is and how pigmented it is. And I truly just draw this around my lips, and it just, like I said, it's a lip stain. So I mean, it's supposed to last long, but if I'm being honest, I think that this stays on my lips for a solid 30 minutes to an hour. And then it, like after that, I forget that it's on, and I don't see it on my lips anymore. But it's also really good at giving you that pouty look on your lips. So still a fan of this regardless. Plus you can't go wrong with the dark brown lip liner, or because I use this as a lip liner. Because a little fun fact, makeup beauty hack, is that when you use lip stain as your lip liner, it's convenient and efficient because you don't constantly have to reapply, or at least that's the concept. You don't have to constantly reapply your lip liner because the lip stain is supposed to keep it on for long periods of time, and make it so that it doesn't move throughout the day, and also just gives you that juicy pouty lip. So been using this as lip liner mostly. Last but not least, an actual lip stain for my lips. I've been obsessed with the Fenty Beauty Poutsicle, and this is the My Type. And at first I was kind of intimidated by this color because it's a really hot pink, bright color, which I don't tend to reach for when I'm doing my makeup. But this one, it's not, and maybe it's because of my natural lip color, it's not extreme when I apply it. And again, I use this as a lip liner, but also lately I've been using it all over my lips more so, and then I just dab it with a tissue paper. And this one does have good lasting power. I would say it lasts a couple hours, and it just gives my lips more life and more radiance because I have naturally really pale, like no color on my lips. So who doesn't need some color in their life every now and then? This definitely gives me that. So I've been loving this. And those are my favorite lip products. But the last makeup product that I want to mention and give a shout out to is brown pencil eyeliner. And haven't really like grabbed my hands on the best of the best. Like I don't know what that one is. I could still be on the hunt for it, but the one I have been using a lot is the Glimmer Sticks, or Avon, I think that's the product. Yeah, Avon Copper Waterproof Eyeliner. And they are not kidding when they say this is waterproof, because sometimes I like at night be washing my face off and taking my makeup off, and yet the next day I still have like brown eyeliner everywhere, it seems like. But I don't really know if you would qualify this as brown, but it's close enough for me. It's the copper color. And I like this because it gives me a softer eye, but it still feels like my eyes are elevated in a way, and I still feel more put together, versus on a night out, I would definitely wear like a liquid black eyeliner. But this brown pencil liner, again, like I said, is just more wearable and natural, but still gives me a nice, sophisticated, and kind of gives me that model off-duty look. So, been quite the fan. Okay, so let's move on to some jewelry. For whatever reason this year, I have been a silver jewelry girly. I never thought I'd see the day because, as you can see, like from some of the jewelry I have on, I'm still very much someone who leans towards gold. But I've also been accumulating more silver jewelry pieces, and there's just something really classic about them, and I love how shiny they are. So I've been loving these silver hoops, which I forgot when I got these because I'm pretty sure I had them for years and probably got them in high school or something. But I love the size of these. I think they're originally from Claire's, but I think I need to grab hold of new silver hoops, because these ones, if you look closely enough, they're kind of, what's it called, tarnished, or like just rusty looking. They're a little old. So anyways, but whenever I throw on these silver hoops, a new Tenzin is just has been blossomed and just is ready and out to play, and just ready to have a good time. So I've been obsessed with that. But also, silver jewelry wise, I've been loving these rings. I got this ring in Cancun, Mexico a couple summers ago, or not summers, went in September. It was a couple years ago, but I just I love how simple it is, but also kind of the statement that it makes. And then I got this ring more recently, a couple weeks ago, from my uncle's holiday market in DC. And I just love that there's like a little everyday black stone, but also it's silver around it. And then this ring was also from Cancun, Mexico. So love how shiny it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna go into wellness and then also beauty regimens. So lately I have been, and this is definitely nothing new or exciting, but I have been doing more regular and routine ice baths, or facial ice baths. And I also make an effort to do this when I know the night before I've either gotten very little sleep or I have eaten a lot of salt and sodium, and so I know for a fact my face is going to be more puffy and swollen the next day. So I'll just wash my face as per usual when I get up, and then fill up a bucket, or not a bucket, like a wide bowl with ice and water, and set my timer for 30 seconds, because right now that's all I can do so far, unless I take multiple breaks in between. But I set my timer for 30 seconds, and then I just dunk my face, just like lower my head into the bowl. And I will just say, and I know some people just use ice rollers because that's just more efficient and convenient, but I've been doing it maybe once a week, sometimes twice a week, and I just love the way it makes my skin feel right afterwards. I just feel like my skin is tighter, but also more glowy right after. And again, also it just wakes me up and gets my day off to a fresh right start. But yeah, so that's been something I've been trying to keep up with. And then I've also, of course, I've been drinking a lot of like hot water right as soon as I get up on an empty stomach and then add lemon to it. And it just, again, it makes me feel renewed and refreshed, and also helps so much with de-bloating. And I mean, in the mornings, I normally don't feel bloated, but I think that if just so I can prepare my body and give it a clean reset and cleanse for all the meals I'm gonna eat throughout the day, I think that the hot water and lemon just prepares me so well for that. And gotta love that part of the routine. And also what I've been doing is I've been adding chia seeds to my water, and sometimes I make the water hot and add the chia seed in it, but mostly it's just like regular room temperature or cold water, and I'll just add chia seeds to it. And I know that there's a lot of great benefits. You can always Google them, but just something that is said on the back of this bag, it says that chia seed is a nutritional powerhouse with a lengthy list of benefits. It is a valuable source of alpha linolenic acid and omega-3 essential fatty acid that helps support normal cardiovascular function, and fiber, which helps support normal functioning of the digestive tract and maintains lipids already within a normal range. So this kind of speaks for itself, but I've been doing a lot of that this year. And then flax seeds, which I have been more recently incorporating into my meals and into my daily routine, but I'll add this into my smoothies, my vegan yogurt, and then sometimes my water too. But similarly to chia seeds, flax seeds is such an important source of fiber and has a lot of nutrients, and it also helps to maintain healthy hair, skin, and nails. I will say, I mean, disclaimer, like I feel as though growing up I've been pretty blessed when it comes to skin, knock on wood, and my skincare in general. But I will say that having had this more in my diet, I just feel like my skin has been glowing more, and just been it's been such a preventative step to maintaining and keeping my skin the way it is. So been loving that. And oh my goodness, it's already such a long video, but I'm gonna move right on over to the last portion, which is books of the new year, or what, books of 2023. And I am thrilled to share that I did read more than 12 books this year, which I never had a set number that I was working towards, but it's really great. I think I read overall 13 or 14 books in 2023, and I have gotten a lot of great ones that I feel the need to share and to promote and to get everybody to hop on the bandwagon. First and foremost, I mean, I've spoken about him before. It's no surprise that I've read both of Jay Shetty's books this year, but Think Like a Monk and 8 Rules of Love, both different in terms of their focus areas. But I will say that if you are in a place in your life of transition, or are asking yourself some important questions that will guide you in a way that will help you find your true meaning in life, your true purpose, this is such a beneficial book for that. And it will just make you feel like you are not alone when it comes to just the pursuits and dreams you have. And I love how he breaks down a lot of concepts and ideas and gives you action steps and practical tips to be able to incorporate it in your day-to-day routine and see all the results. And this is just always going to be a classic. But this one, 8 Rules of Love, this is, as it says, all about what he believes are 8 guiding principles or rules when it comes to finding love, keeping it, and letting it go. And again, a really practical toolkit as well. I think that he just drops a lot of methods and a lot of wisdom on finding out what it is that you currently believe about love, and doing that inner work and deep diving, soul searching to come to terms with how you view it, what your experiences have been like leading up until now, and also uncovering what it is that you need to do in terms of personal shifts and evaluations to be able to like truly feel love and give it, and in a way that'll make you feel like it's sustainable and gives you happiness and gives you peace. So I just think that there was so much wisdom in this book, and everyone, like if you have a person in your life that you love, this book is for everyone. Like it's quite the mic drop. So that was such an amazing one. And then on that same topic, How to Be Loved by Humble the Poet. I need to read more of his books. This is the only one I've read so far. I actually discovered him because he was on Jay Shetty's podcast. And so I was so intrigued. I had to, do my own research on him and then get a hold of his books. But this one is How to Be Loved, Simple Truths for Going Easier on Yourself, Embracing Imperfection, and Loving Your Way to a Better Life. There you go. And I think that for me, this one was really eye-opening because it made me question my own definition of love and just ask myself those hard questions when it comes to how I perceive love and what is it that I could be doing to change, my habits or change my mindsets and approaches so that I can find like actual fulfilling love when it comes to all my relationships. And it's just really eye-opening, and it makes you think deeper when it comes to how society views love and what their values say versus what their actions are doing, and just gets you into a place of more alignment. And yeah, so this was definitely a transformative book for me. And then another book that I just finished up for the second time a few days ago. It's called Tuesdays with Maury. The first time I read this was years ago. I think I was in college. But this was, oh my goodness, I never fully appreciated it when I first read it. But lately I've just been in this philosophical rabbit hole when it comes to concepts and ideas and the questions. So this is one of the only books, maybe the only book, that's ever made me shed a few tears. And it's a lot. There's a lot of emotional buildup throughout this book for me, and I've highlighted and underlined so many things, but it truly just makes you look at life in a different way, and just again makes you kind of come to a crossroads when it comes to evaluating what it is that you're currently doing with your day-to-day and with your habits and with your choices, and just figuring out if those are actually serving you and serving those around you. And it's just a really inspiring book, and it's a lot, but I think that in our generation, and just everyone in general, no matter what life stage you're in, just needs to read this in order to just get that mental reset that sometimes we don't realize that we need when it comes to, the quality of life that we are seeking and coming to terms with the one that we currently have. So definitely highly recommend this. And something that is on a similar note to this is When Breath Becomes Air. And I don't have that physical book with me because I read it on my Kindle and I borrowed it from the library. But When Breath Becomes Air is written by, it's another autobiography, and it's written by a neuroscientist, a neurosurgeon. And just to give you the overview, he finds out that he has cancer and then has a limited amount of time left to live, and just kind of writes about everything that he notices and observes when you have this end date, or this, when you know that the clock is ticking, and how that affects him and his perceptions of his dreams and of his career, and how it just kind of flips everything upside down, and how to navigate that type of unforeseen circumstance. So that one was another book that was of the same genre, philosophical reflection and concepts, that also was an emotional read, and again makes me have a different view on life, and just makes me feel as though I am empowered to make the most out of life, and I have the responsibility to make the most out of the life that I have. And last but not least is my Kindle. I treated myself to this Kindle, I think maybe about 6 or 7 months ago now, and probably one of my best freaking purchases of the year, of just in general of my life, because I'm an avid reader, and especially in the last couple of years, I've become a lot more consistent with my reading. And I have the Libby app, which is in itself a favorite, because if you get the Libby app and you put in your library card info, you can basically set it so that it finds your local library, and you can just browse on the app to see what books are currently available to borrow from your library, and you can either read it from your phone or have it sent to your Kindle, and then after the 3 weeks are up, you just have to go back into the app and like go into the buttons and return it. But I love, it's been such a neat tool, and I have been reading so much on this Kindle. And I love that you can highlight stuff in it, and you can see what so many other readers have highlighted. But it was just such a smart investment on my part, because as much as I love physical copies of books, sometimes there just isn't enough space. And this is just way more compact and just way easier when I'm traveling and on the go. So this has been my obsession. If you're considering getting a Kindle, definitely get one. You will not regret it. Also, the battery life is really good and really strong. So let me know. And also, I forgot to mention, how could I forget, but I just restarted Harry Potter, the book series, a few months ago, and I read the first 2, and I also own the 3rd book, so I'm about to start The Prisoner of Azkaban soon. But I think that that's one of the best decisions of 2023, because I'm getting all the nostalgia, I'm getting all of the childhood memories rushing back to me, the visit to Harry Potter World, the nights when I would go to the midnight premiere and stand in line to go watch the Harry Potter premieres at the movie theater, and just everything about that series. Oh my gosh, I'm just taken back and transported to a new world now that I've been rereading it as a grown adult, and I just feel like a child all over again. And it just feels great. Like, it feels like a genuine escape and like pause from my own reality. That is all. I cannot believe I've been speaking for this long. So if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate your support and your views and your comment and likes. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, for more exciting content and hopefully relatable and interesting and informative and useful content coming up in this year. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.